Hey guys, and welcome back to the 5WC World Cup. Here we have the semifinals Mappool showcase, and because we are a little short of time, we're going to be going straight on into it. Let's go, no one. Let's go. Wagon, mapped by Kotachi, replay by Zeitfrost. Going to be getting straight on into it here. This week is definitely going to be the highest scaling week thus far in the tournament. We are up at almost 6.6 stars on the Nomad 1. 6.56 to be exact. We've got PS 3.8, AR 9.5, OD9, 206 CPM, and come on, one. It's anime. Kotachi. Probably gonna be very familiar with this map if you play a lot of the map. Yeah, funny story. We almost thought we didn't have a replay for this map, and I was about to get online and have Rob spectate me. And I was just gonna do a little live play here for y'all, but fortunately or unfortunately, if we thought it would have been funny, we did end up finding the replay from Zeitfrost, so we're gonna have like a real score here instead of me just coming on no warm-up right after the gym. Would have been pretty funny, but fortunately we do have the replay. Also, can you guys believe it? We're already at semifinals. I only have 3 more Mappool showcases for y'all. Can't believe it's already gone by so quickly. These Mappool showcases have become such a staple part of my week. It's gonna be sad to see them go in a few weeks. Only got finals and grands to go after this. We're over halfway done with 5-Digit World Cup already. Back on topic of the map, nothing that is too spicy present in this Nomad 1. Except I would comment that now that we are getting into this higher star rating, it is definitely not a mono skill set map pool anymore. Every single map in this map pool is going to have multiple skill sets present in the same map. Like, this isn't just a brainless aim pick, even though I don't think any of the last 2 Nomad ones have really been truly brainless aim picks, but as you can see here, you've got a few streams, a few variable spaced jumps, things that might catch a only farm aim player off guard. But the teams that have made it this far in the tournament should definitely have the aim players for a map like this. And through these last few jumps at the end, and that is going to be it for the Nomad 1. Definitely the hardest one of the tournament so far, scaling up very well from last week. Okay, now we're going to go straight on into Nomad 2. Wow, who is the replayer for this map? I really wonder who it's going to be. Miles, wow, what a great player. On to Nomad 2. Wow, okay, we have Little Star mapped by Enon. Replay from myself. Very handsome young player. Mr. Miles going to be FCing this map with stellar accuracy. Don't look at those hundreds in the beginning, please. Okay, so this is definitely the spiciest Nomad 2 so far in the tournament. And I think it's very spicy, especially for 5-digit standards, where I see you guys playing a lot of just maps that are just straight streams all the way through. Not much of anything else. I think the map poolers are taking a little bit of a risk putting this type of map in with Nomad 2. Could be susceptible to some, honestly, speed player feedback, because this map is much more balanced, I guess, than your typical Nomad 2. The streams in this map take very weird shapes, and this map, I think, definitely more of an aim map than a stamina map, but if you do struggle with 148 or 184 BPM streams, you might have a little bit of trouble on this map. So map stats, it's 6.52 stars, 4.6 CS, AR 9.2, OD 8.1, just over 3 minutes. You have some slider jumps mixed in here, some awkward angled streams, as you can see right there. Really have to keep your flow aim in check to have a good score on this map. Oh yeah, it's also a banger. Yeah, this map is just, I think it's pretty difficult. There's just a lot that you can break on. If not for the awkwardly angled stream patterns, you also have to make sure you get through the slider jumps in this map, which players who are much too focused on their tapping will probably end up tripping up on. There's also some cuts on those streams into the kick sliders. But definitely nothing that the players can't handle. Now, by the way, you may be wondering how I was able to set such a good score on this very difficult Nomad 2, in which I will point to our sponsors, Momokai and Foxbox. If you want to get better hack on Nomad 2s, maybe it's your keyboard chattering, maybe your old keyboard is messing up, go to Momokai, use code 5WC for, I believe, 10% off your order, maybe 5%. And Foxbox, yeah, you can aim with their tablet covers much better than if you didn't have one. Trust me. Trust me, bro. This time I'm not gonna mention that I'm 3-digit with Foxbox, but oh, I guess I just did. And it looks like we're gonna be getting right into the ending of the Nomad 2 with another awkward stream into some sliders. That type of pattern is just littered throughout the map, and it's gonna be the FC from Miles. Thank you so much for the replay. And now on to Nomad 3, we have another crazy awkward map, Doha Cairo, and wow, another Miles replay. I could have sworn Phelan also got like a 99.6 FC, and you just used my replay instead, but I'm not gonna complain. This replay is also from 2020, so my aim is a lot snappier. But we have Doha Cairo. This is also a very unconventional Nomad 3. Lots of snap aim on this. It's a Yusomi map, so definitely have that distinct Yusomi style of aim, and these back and forth patterns are probably going to be the most difficult part of this map for a lot of players. But there's also some finger control interspersed throughout the map, as you can see with some of these bursts. So if your finger control is off for any of these patterns, you could be finding an unfortunate break. I think especially in this section coming up, probably one of the difficulty spikes in this map. That burst into that linear aim pattern, I think will catch a lot of players off guard. I think that pattern and the ending pattern are probably the two hardest in the map. This map's also fairly short, down under 2 minutes. It'll be CS 4.5, AR 9.5, OD 8.5, and here's that difficult pattern I was mentioning previously. Probably the hardest of the map, gonna see a lot of breaks here, but if you can manage to get through that and lock out an FC, that would be a really good score, and you would probably top score your lobby. And that's gonna be it for Nomad 3. On quickly into Nomad 4. We have Keck, it's Keck Tech. Replay from Phelan, map by Mir. Now, if last map was a Yusomi alt map, you might as well look at this one as a Mir Tech map. If you're a Tech player, you are definitely familiar with Mir's map. Very famous mapping style. One of the best Tech mappers in the game, IMO. Some map stats. 6.16 stars, CS4, AR 9.3, OD 8.5, 172 BPM. This map is a lot longer, though, than the Nomad 3. Going to be going back up into 4 minutes. 4 minutes, 35 seconds. Fairly long for Nomad 4 standards. This map in particular featuring quite a bit of finger control strain, I think. You have these awkward rhythms you also have to deal with in this map. Yeah, definitely some difficult rhythms present in this map. Definitely not the map you should be sight reading in this pool, but I mean, players will sight read anything nowadays. Just the skill level of players in 2023, so much higher than it used to be. Like, just a few years ago, if you think about it, just back in like 2018 or 19, a map like this would be in like an open rank semifinals or finals even. Now 5Digit's gonna be getting it in their semifinals pool. It is true. If Cookeasy had this map in 2011, I think he would have FC'd it. And he would have gotten a really insane score on it. It would have been considered the best tech score in the game for at least 5 years because Cookeasy. But then if you think about it, Phelan FCing it now would make him better than Cookeasy if he had better AC on this, theoretically. So yeah, I guess if I were to really categorize this type of tech, I would categorize it as control tech, where you would almost fit this in more with a no mod 6 than you would with a no mod 4, but it definitely fits in either slot depending on how you express your cooling philosophy. But IMO, it does lean further towards a no mod 4 than a no mod 6. Probably, if it had a... Oh, that is a intestine. That is a large intestine slider. Hopefully nobody breaks on that. Or the cut streams following it. It's also a map where you have to keep your flow aim in check very much. You have these space triples that are in every single Ki section. And they may not look too hard, but you know, if your flow aim just trips up for 1 second, you're gonna find a miss on that type of pattern. Well, it looks like we're finally done. Oh, Phelan slider broke near the end. That is so tragic. I guess Phelan is not better than Cookeasy, sadly. So that's going to be it for our no mod 4. Going to go straight on into the no mod 5. Looking up beat map. Oh, Lord. It's okay. We've got a custom here. Custom map by AJ Mosca. Got a speed map. Am I playing this? Am I playing this? Oh, I'm playing this. NP me the map right now. Wait. I'm online. Send me it. Okay, guys. Miles to the rescue. Gonna get our very quick replay. No warm-up. Let's get it rolling. Is it the nerf difficulty? Yes, nerf difficulty. We're gonna be playing it. Okay, I'm playing it. I hope you're spectating me. That's one thing this pool showcase was missing, is live gameplay. We've got it all here at 5WC. So we've got a lot of high difficulty bursts in this map, lots of finger control as well. Bursts aren't too long though, only about 6 notes per burst. So I think a lot of the difficulty emphasis is going to be on the finger control in this. Wait, do I not know? Okay, I paused. Okay, we're actually going through with this. I'm not just like talking to myself. Okay. It's up at around 225 BPM. I think this plays like 225, so I'm gonna pretend it is, even if it actually isn't. Up at 6.63 stars, if I recall. Custom by AJ Mazka, of course. I said that already. And it looks like I got through it. Oh no, I did not. Oh, okay. And we got the one misplay from Miles. Oh wait, you're watching it on auto. God damn it. Oh, you're watching it on auto. You're watching it on auto. Okay, yeah, okay, well, burst map. Yep. I can't believe it. I just came on, no warm-up, played a speed map, got 500k, and it went to waste. Okay, well, if I can one miss it with no warm-up, the speed players of this tournament should have a field day on this map. Very much a speed-favored map, not too much aim in there. So if you're comfortable on speed, you're going to do well on this map. Thank you again to AJ Mosca for the custom. Thank you to Osu for the replay. On to the Nomad 6, we have Knock Knock. Map by Lynx Cosmico. At ball sighting in the replays. We've got AR 9.2, CS 3.6, OD 8.5, 5.85 stars, 130 BPM. The note for this map is swing sliders. So we're going to be getting swing in the Nomad 6 today. Definitely not every day you see swing in the Nomad 6 slot, but I think it definitely does fit in the context of this pool. Got lots of long curved sliders. You're going to have to hit the slider ends of those, unless you're content with dropping a lot of ACK and going for a combo game, which is a very valid strategy for a swing-style beat map. But when you go for that type of strategy on a map like this, when you break, it loses you a lot of potential score. So I definitely recommend going for the slider ends on this type of map. Map is just above 2 minutes in length, so every miss is going to count on this style of map. When the combos aren't too big, every single miss will take a large chunk of your potential score away. You should all follow Maxi's example and go for the slider ends on this. Yeah, Kukizi would never get this good act on this type of map. Thank you again to Mappool for the replay. And we're going to be going straight into the hidden pool. Oh, Lord. We got another custom question mark? This is not a custom. This is a map that does exist. Are you going to try spectating me? Nope. Okay, we have Phelan. Phelan on the replay. We have Crazy J. Yeah, Crazy J. I'm not going to try and pronounce the name of this song, but it's Crazy J. It's a Fairy and Reiji Maigo collab. Fairy, not really a common mapper that we see mapping to AR8, but collabing with Reiji Maigo definitely makes it AR8able. The note for this map is pattern processing, which is definitely a very common skill set to see in your AR8 slot. You've got a lot of awkward aim on this map, lots of linear patterns to contend with. Also, this map is 6.47 stars. 6.47 stars in AR8. This is one of the higher star ratings in the pool, and it's the AR8. Or no, wait, this is not AR8. This is AR9. What am I saying? Yeah, okay. We are rushing here, folks. I'm really sorry, but yeah, it's AR9. I'm trolling. I just heard Crazy J, and my mind just went to, okay, this is AR8. Yeah. I promise it won't happen again, chat. We've got 6.47 stars, CS 4.2, AR9, OD8, 185 BPM, 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Got all of your HD1 food groups in this map. Go right on that slider. That is our sight read check. It's such a classic song. I didn't know this was remapped in 2021. Ooh, you have some 1/6 bursts there. Gotta watch out for those. You know, in a world where hidden players are notoriously known for being extremely slow, I might be worried about those just 4-note 1/6 bursts. There's going to be at least one hidden player left in the tournament who might be forced to double tap those, which might mess up their finger control for the rest of this map, which is a pretty rough prospect, considering this map has no lack of finger control and streams, as you can see. Definitely very balanced map for our hidden one. Yeah, I definitely heard Crazy J and saw Reiji Maigo and just assumed this was an AR8 map. I'm a crazy person. Yeah, this map also, typically you don't really see your HD1s be some of the highest star ratings in the pool. So that doesn't take back my prior comment about it being fairly high star rating. Usually you see it 0.2 to 0.3 stars below some of your DTs and your Nomad 1, but this is just below some of the DTs and Nomad 1, so yeah, thanks again to to Phelan for the replay. We're going to be going on to Hidden 2. This is the real AR8 map. Slip by Defiance. 5.3, 2 stars. That's a more normal AR8 star rating. CS4, OD8. Just over 3 minutes in length. Now this is the AR8 pattern processing. I think definitely more conventional styled AR8. Awkward aim, pattern processing. What has become the, I guess, the skill sets that are synonymous with the AR8 hidden slot ever since Mesa Vapor. Mesa Vapor was really the culture shock that turned AR8 hidden from just permanently being like the easiest map of the pool on just AR8 to just awkward aim, pattern processing. This and Ding, probably. Or Mesa Vapor and Ding. The two revolutionizers of the AR8 slot. Got some changing rhythms during that section that you're going to have to learn. Unless you're content with dropping accuracy there. And that slightly larger jump after the shorter jumps could pose an issue to some players as well. Oh, scary 1/3 stream. Really could be expecting some ACK drops on that map, on that pattern. Some space triples as well to contend with near the ending of this map. Definitely the tangible, most difficult section of the map. Up until this section, most of the patterns are fairly simple. Mostly just a focus check and an AR8 competence check. But space triples on AR8 hidden are no joke. Even your veteran AR8 hidden players will sometimes find breaks on those types of patterns. And that is a clean FC from our replayer, Squinky Z. Thank you for the replay. Now we're going to be going on to the Hidden 3. I believe this is a custom map as well, mapped by Captain. We got a Captain 1 custom for 4WC here. All right, you're gonna put on auto. You're not spectating me. Oh. All right, yep, we're gonna go with auto. I'm not gonna just start commentating over my own gameplay again. We have This Club Is Not For You, short version. Got Cookie Z on the replay here. Map is 6.07 stars, CS 4.2, AR 9.5, OD 9, 160 BPM, just over 2 minutes in length. This is our HD3 Flow Tech map. Mappooler notes are Huts and Flow HD Hell. Definitely contrasting very nicely with Keck, which is a lot of rhythm control. This map is a lot more straightforward, mostly flow aim. And for this section, you have a little bit of a breakdown where the rhythm starts to change. Gonna add a little bit of finger control and reading element to this map. With these cut patterns, you're able to flow through them, but Still, if your aim is off, you will unfortunately find a break on that type of pattern. Definitely the type of map that you want to be well practiced on. Some of these cuts are pretty brutal, as well with the changing rhythms of a song. Probably going to want to be very knowledgeable on how this map plays, but I think it's definitely very accessible for some of our hidden and tech players. Now onto the Hard Rock pool. We have HR1. We have a Japanese map mapped by Suzuki1112, replay from Shadow. Anyone love anime? Yeah, I thought I couldn't have a worse aim map song since Positive Dance Time from OWC this year, but this one might have to take the cake. The anime haters are going to ban this map. And I'm not even necessarily an anime hater. It's just something about this song. Bleh. Okay, but this is not about the song. This is about the aim map here. Got 6.27 stars. HR map stats, CS 5.2, 180 BPM, 3 minutes and 34 seconds. This is a more techie aim map. You saw a cut stream a little bit earlier while I was ranting about the song. Definitely not very typical for your Hard Rock 1 aim pick. And this is another part of the pooling meta that we've seen kind of shift recently, where people like to put a more tech-oriented HR1 rather than a pure aim map. Oh, another sight read check. Go right on that slider. Rare do you see sight read checks on the HR1. Typically, HR1 is your most sight-readable map in a map pool. I would say even more so than your Nomad one, because if you're comfortable on HR map stats, your HR aim map is usually just the most comfortable map ever. But adding some techie elements to this is going to make it a little more spicy compared to your normal map. Yeah, legit, get blood off the Ox. I'm never giving Rob the Ox again. He just plays stuff like this. And the 5WC bus. On my way to the 5WC stadium for commentary, and Rob plays this? Come on, man. The tech definitely becomes more the focus of the map in this section. At the 2/3 mark, gotta watch out for these sliders. Although I've been talking so much about this being pretty awkward because of the fact that it's kind of HR tech aim, I still do believe that it's going to be very comfy for the HR players. Because nothing in here is really that difficult to read. You just have to be content with hitting these kick slider jumps that are present everywhere in this map. I would put it on the same tier as a map like Pro Box's Ninely, which used to be a very common tourney map, where you kind of have a lot of kick slider aim, and that becomes the focus of the map. Direct your song flame to Alex, says Maxi. I mean, at this star rating, you really could have just used Dynamite with Hard Rock, but I'm not gonna comment on the players. They've been doing a great job this tournament so far. And that's gonna be it for HR1. Thank you to Shadow for the FC. Very nice score. Now onto the HR2. We have Isora Koto, mapped by Superbox. Another replay from Shadow. This is our CS 6.5 Hard Rock. 6.28 stars. Hard Rock map stats with CS 6.5. Cooler comments are reactions and density on precision. I think the comment on this is low density. As you can see, these patterns kind of stop and go very often. You're only going to really have a few circles on the screen at a time, which kind of brings an argument that we see sometimes about how sometimes low density hard rock is harder than when it isn't low density, because your pattern processing is used to seeing entire patterns on a screen, but on a map like this where you only have like 3 or 4 circles on screen at a time, your pattern processing sometimes struggles to keep up. Other than that, though, this map looks fairly simple in terms of aim. Got some linear patterns sprinkled in here and there. Got some cross-screen snaps from the top right into the bottom left. And right here. Gotta make sure your precision is on point. Like that snap there from the bottom left of the screen into the top middle-ish on that triple, with only that triple on screen. Might be a place for a player to find a unfortunate break. Yeah, definitely a more pleasant song after that hard rock one. Even as someone who likes anime music, that song is just no bueno. Aim picks up a little bit once more in this last chorus. There are also a few streams with some odd shapings that might catch some players off, but if you can combo up to there, you're going to have a very high score. So very nice replay from Shadow, not getting tripped up by that ending. Now quickly onto this HR3, we've got Boombox. That by Taikani. Shadow finishing his HR replays, third Hard Rock FC. This is a custom map from Taikani. And the cooler comments for this are cuts and jazz. So definitely going to be our control hard rock. You've got some cut flow patterns sprinkled throughout the map that are probably going to be the main emphasis of difficulty. Also at the BPM where it could be considered an alt map as well. Well, I think with the way these patterns are, definitely heavily favors an alternating style rather than a single tapper. Although there are definitely a few players out there who can single tap this. I just not really sure if they're in 5 digits. I believe the star rating is broken. The star rating is 5.44 stars, 125 BPM. It's going to be CS6, AR10, OD10. 125 BPM, 2 minutes in length. So you're going to be getting a little bit of precision in your HR3 as well. with the CS6. Not quite 6.5, but still gonna be point of added difficulty on this map. Yeah, the background is UC2 and UC3 getting ready to spike down everyone in their path. I think they're playing volleyball. It looks like volleyball. That's going to be it for our HR pool. Thank you again to Titani for the custom, Shadu for the 3 HR replays. And we're going to be going on right into the DT pool. You do not have the beat map this replay was made for. Oh no. I believe this is another custom. Yep, we've got a Squilly custom. The news mapped by Paramore. Or, the news by Paramore, not mapped by Paramore. I'd be surprised if Paramore could map in a video game called Osu. Take off hidden, take off hidden. Trolling here. Alright, let's go. So this is your DT1. AR 10.3 once again. Except this map is going to be a little less simple than the DT1 last week. DT1 last week was literally just an aim check. No other real point of difficulty in that map other than the AR 10.3. This map, you can see it already has some bursts here and there. It's going to be 6.6 stars, CS 3.8, 10.3, OD 9.7, 237 BPM. Not too high. Still, it's going to be fairly high for most non-speed players. The news. Yeah, the pooler comment is, we stay DT farming, so I consider this pretty similar to last week, but with bursts, actually. So you're gonna be getting some tapping PP as well if you decide to farm this unranked map. But the aim in this is still very, very conventional. Nothing too difficult to read in this map either, as long as you're fine with the 10.3. I think definitely a pick that our speed players are going to be happy with. I hope. They're the most comfortable looking thing on the planet. And there's still 2 maps left in the DT pool. Map is also pretty consistent, so not gonna have to worry about any real diff spike. I guess the choruses do have the most difficult sections of the map, but they're 3 choruses, so they're interspersed throughout the map. Alright, now onto DT2. We've got Drop, mapped by Rentia, replay by Marusi. Also, thank you to the mapper for cooperating with us for some nerfs on this map. This map was previously submitted, but got some edits for this tournament. And yeah, this is our DT stamina map. Very, very fast. 261 BPM. And yep, this is your tapping DT. Congrats, you still have a 4-star aim in your DT2. However, the bursts are now really fast. So we're just continuing to push tapping in the DT2 rather than adding any other strain. So speed players, you are being spoon-fed. Congratulations. Do not complain about this map. This is very much a DT2. AR 9.9, CS4, OD 9.3, minute 45 seconds. Yeah, well, I mean, people always find a way to complain. However, I do believe that this is a very competent DT2 if you want a tapping check, which there really isn't too much of in this pool elsewhere. You have your Nomad 5, but your Nomad 2 is a lot more well-rounded this week, so I think that a map like this being your DT2 is kind of called for, because I guess speed and stamina players are kind of being robbed of one of their comfort picks with that Nomad 2. I think the Nomad 2 this week definitely more favoring of all-rounders. But the aim on the burst does get a little bit more intense here in this ending section. But who am I kidding? This is still very simple aim. If you are able to tap these bursts, you should be able to FC this map in the match. Thank you again to Marusi for the replay. And now here we are on to tiebreaker 3. If Nomad 4 was tiebreaker 1, if our tiebreaker is tiebreaker 3, here's tiebreaker 2, Spitfire. This is one of my favorite DT picks of all time. It's been used in tournaments many times before. Cooler is now going to be bringing it back from its grave to be used in 5WC. I believe this is a collab by Testo and someone else. This is a very long DT pick, 4 minutes and 16 seconds. Testo and Mirash collab. Over 2,300 combo in this map. It is almost as high combo as the tiebreaker. Gonna be 6.48 stars, CS4, AR 9.9, OD 8.9. This is finger control. And this is Pink Nightmares too, by the way. I hope you all remember Pink Nightmares. I think it was in round of 32. This is just the map's brother. If we're calling DT2 the speed players map, I think I would call this map the DT players map, because this map calls upon every single skill set really, I guess, present with the DT mod inherently, apart from the AR 10.3 reading. Got lots of finger control, lots of consistency, something that only savants of the mod are really going to be truly comfortable on. And with the length of this map and the bursts, it's going to be testing your stamina a lot as well. Pick, spit, fire, based, and true. Also, an FC on this for the replay is pretty good. This map doesn't have too many DTFCs. It's definitely got fewer than 50. I'll check for that right now. This map does have about 20 DT only FCs. With hidden, there are about 20 hidden DT FCs as well. And I'm not going to check Nightcore. And I just did. There's about 2 more with Nightcore, so got fewer than 50 FCs on this, now in a 5-digit tournament, and this map is pretty, like, iconic, I think. So, definitely a chance to get a very cool score in a tournament on this map. You want to make a name for yourself in the scene as a very consistent DT finger control player, this might be the spot to do it. And if you're not too good at speed, but you can tap 207 BPM, I would say this is a pretty good training map as well. The bursts in this map aren't too long, apart from literally like 20 seconds from now. But definitely a map that can test your stamina limits if you're not really too much of a high BPM player, without being, I guess, too egregious like that DT2. Now, as consistent as this map is, I think there is one thing that could be classified as a diff spike, and it's right now. You have these repeating bursts. If you finger lock on these, you are going to die. And I'm not sure if it's possible to note lock by over tapping on the bursts that come after, but it might be possible. It looks like they might overlap a little bit. But definitely after that part, the finger control and stamina requirement ramps up a little bit into the ending of this map. But I can't emphasize just how much I love this pick in a tournament. Like, obviously, someone is going to complain about the tiebreaker length map in a map pool, but it's good. This map is great. And it tests a lot of different skill sets. In a only 3 DT pool, you really need a map like this to round out your DTs 1 and 2, especially if they are aim and stamina. Because I think a map like this really does have a spot in a DT pool. Yeah, you let them complain about this, and we will sit in our high up chairs and laugh. Nice FC, Phelan. Onto the Fremont pool. We've got Fremont 1. Phelan FC with Hard Rock. I hope you like Yolks Pie aim. I hope you love Yolks Pie aim. Yolks Pie non-AR8. CS 4. 5.7 stars. AR9, OD9. So this is going to be taking the role of a repeat. Gonna be your kind of more awkward aim map in this pool. But you're able to pick your comfort mods. So you can take a slightly higher BPM aim map with Hard Rock, or you can take the higher density on the hidden on this and play with the AR9. I'm really not sure with this map what mod is going to be favored. I'm pretty sure this week on repeat it was more hidden favored. I think this one is going to be a little bit stronger for the Hard Rock players. Because the aim definitely becomes a lot more comfortable on the AR-10. Because Yolks Pie aim is very awkward and uncomfortable, especially on the lower ARs, which is pretty much all 8 maps, so make yourself a little bit more comfortable. Alright, banger time. Get down. Map's only 2 minutes in length. And this is definitely the hardest part of the map, so you don't want to find a break before this. Because otherwise you're gonna have your score be nerfed really hard if you don't FC through this difficult section. Now some people may look at this and think it might be a little bit easier than repeat, but I think this is a different type of map, so you can't really compare them. Although both are awkward aim maps, repeat is a lot lower BPM and a lot more consistency based. This map, I think a lot of it is going to hinge on if you can hit these faster jumps. And due to the higher BPM, some single tappers might be forced to alternate this. But the map is fairly short, a lot less consistency based, which contrasts well with some of the longer other aim maps in the pool. But that's going to be it for Fremont 1. Thank you again to Phelan for the replay, Yolks for the map. On to Fremont 2. Got our AR8 CS5, Phelan Easy SS. What the hell is this score? So yeah, this map's by Allain. Very underrated mapper. 5.74 stars, CS5 AR8, OD9, 170 BPM. Map is just under 3 minutes in length. It's non-dense, light tapping anti-mod, says the pooler comments. And we will watch in awe at the reading of Phelan. Also, I just realized yesterday, actually, like, I knew Phelan before this, but like I forgot where, and then I looked back at some OWC VODs and I actually casted OWC Sweden vs Finland, and that was the first place I think I saw Phelan as a player. Hopefully Sweden can have their full roster this year and make a better run than back then. Yeah, back onto this map. I think this is going to be a little bit more comfortable than the AR8 hidden. Obviously, because it's free mod, you're able to go for your Premfers mod on this map. So the strongest reading players are maybe going to consider going easy on this, but I think the hidden is going to be a lot safer. And the Hard Rock players, of course, going to have a field day with the AR8 CS5 because there isn't too much, like, or at least I think the most difficult thing you could put for Hard Rock players in a AR8 CS5 map is a lot of awkward cursor control. But that isn't necessarily too present in this map. So the HR players are probably going to be the majority on this type of map. Gonna make your strongest hidden players go for the hiddens. Or maybe, in fact, make one of your Hard Rock players go for the hidden Hard Rock so you can have a no-mod on this. I think that would be a very valid play for this type of map. And it looks like we have made it through this map pool. Only one map remaining. And if you thought last week's tiebreaker was spicy, you're going to love this one too. Because Rob has to leave soon. I'm not going to give a whole spiel this time, but we're going to go right on into it. We have Secret Desire, map by Skystar as the tiebreaker. This is such an awesome tiebreaker. Such an awesome map in general. I believe this map won many, many mapping awards back when it was ranked in, I think, 2019? It probably won MCA that year. But I don't remember exactly what year this was mapped, but this is a very famous map. Lots of emphasis on aim and tech in this, as well as a lot of flow aim as well. I think most of the flow aim is going to come in this section coming up right here. You have these slider jumps that flow in circular motion. Replay from Phelan once again. This map is somehow only 6.19 stars. This is lower star rating than the TB from last week, but I can tell you for sure that this is harder than Rube Goldberg variations. CS4, AR 9.5, OD 8.5. Now, I was begging for Rube Goldberg variations to be played, but I want this map to be played even more. This map is so cool. Also, what is that smoke? Phelan's smoking some dope on that slider. Yeah, I think this map can be split up into a few distinct sections. You have the beginning flow aim section that kind of repeats itself, I think, one more time after this chorus. And then you have the more tech-oriented section in the chorus. And then you have the very difficult slider jumps and cut patterns that are in the solo section before the last chorus. And if you can manage to get through any of those sections with a big combo, you're going to be rewarded with a freer combo section in between that and the next one. As you can see, Phelan comboing through that section gets rewarded a nice juicy about 250 free combo before the next difficult section really comes. But I wouldn't call this map unbalanced because the difficult sections are evenly interspersed throughout the map, so you have lots of opportunities to build some big combos. And here you have some longer sliders in this bridge section along with some cut streams into the sliders, but the cut streams are only quads actually, so think for yourself if that's a real stream or not. I think it is. I really hope one of the winners bracket matches goes to tiebreaker on this map. I definitely think after last week's performance against Team United States, Team Netherlands is going to be very happy to see this map as the tiebreaker. Team Netherlands, extremely strong tech. Gonna look to be very strong on this type of tiebreaker as well. And here's that difficult solo section that I mentioned earlier is about to come up, where the wubs get long. You have these expanding sliders beforehand, though. But here it is. Probably the part where we're going to see the most team wipes is going to be here. The aim on these slider jumps gets very big. And if you're holding an FC up to this point and you're nervous on some of those streams, you're also going to find some unfortunate breaks. I think that expanding burst at the end of that section is very mean. And if you can get through that and you're still nervous, there's still another stream that actually on my FC run on this, like a couple years ago, that wasn't actually an FC, it was a choke. I choked right here on this stream. That little quad that has 1-2 stacked on each other, I missed there. Okay. Okay, let's stop door chotting. He's door chotting right now on this. But then right after that, you're thrown right back into the chorus. And there's a break right before this chorus as well, so teams are going to get to see the scores right before this section of the map, and that's going to be scary. Especially because the map ends on another hard section. Right here, the slider aim is pretty big. Okay, Phelan, you were telling us how it was really funny how you miss here. I'm really curious now because you get through everything difficult. Don't tell me you miss on the stacks. Oh my god. How does he do it? How does he do it? How does he do it? Literally, how do you miss on this? What the heck, dude? Why did you miss? That would have been such a good score. I mean, it still is a good score. 929k would win probably any match, but that's not very aesthetically pleasing. Okay, now Rob, you have to go to class, so thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the semifinals showcase. Schedules and Mappool will be on the sheet shortly. Pick'em's updated soon as well. And in the meantime, stay tuned for next week's matches. I am Miles, and thank you all for watching.